Nanaskutan mamutaw imao se maneto emiwatoman
This is the Fort Ancient Village at Kragon. This is a 1,500-year-old burial ground, and there was a village here on the property that stayed here for many, many years.
This was the central plaza right where you all are. The village was down here, the residents, the burials, the refuse and all that, but this was their central plaza where they met, right here where the campfire is. Kentucky Archaeological Survey found 3,000 artifacts down here behind you in the burial ground. 3,000 more artifacts were found. But in March of this year, they found 43 more graves just around the corner here by doing deep ground penetrating radar.
It's been such a pleasure to introduce Kragon ancient burial site and land that is so sacred in Breathitt County to its community. This particular site has prehistoric artifacts that come from it. It's one of the oldest places known for people to have lived. That is a very significant thing to be able to say about this land here in Breathitt County. Ande, 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 ande. This area is so rich in ancient history. We were able to smudge the artifacts that were brought, and I had one wonderful little 13-year-old who had never been smudged before, and he, right afterwards, he looked at me and he said, "This is the best I felt in my whole life." And that to me was the epitome of what we wanted to do with this gathering of people, is to share the community, the togetherness, and acknowledge that we have some very, very historically deep roots here.
When we learn how to love ourselves, we learn how to love others. We become connected. You know, this is a journey, it's not a destination. And when you turn around and you walk the spiritual path, you get connected with the mind, with the body, with the spirit, and with the emotions. You become whole, you become complete.
This land is sacred because of the burial site here. The land should be honored. There should be, you know, they should have a ceremony in the spring and in the fall where they smudge the grounds and they have prayer and they make an offering with tobacco and food, and they can make an offering and pray, thank the Creator for this land and pray for the ancestors of the land, and it'll protect the people around.
We have 3,000 artifacts that were collected by the University of Kentucky. We're going to display those in the museum that we're building. We already have the funding to do that, starting late this year. And we have the river walk, of course. I'd love for you guys to go down and see that if you can. It is a really much treat, and we're going to do a kayak and canoe launch. But the Kragon Fort Ancient Village is going to be in the National Register of Historic Places. We qualify for all those things.
This particular site is, and today as a whole, is just the beginning. We will have a learning center, a hands-on learning center for tourism to also be able to share in the great wealth of history that lies here. It's just such a joyous occasion. I can't tell you how proud it's been to see everybody so happy and identifying with who they are.
We educate the people in a kind way, in a meaningful way, so this land could be useful and it'll carry the energy and help many generations to come in a good way, and the land will bless the people.
Thank you. Hi.